What is up, my fellow internet dwellers? This is Couch Command here, and it is the first Monday of September. Or at least it was when I record this video. Sorry the video is a day late. I was on vacation until late Sunday, and I did not have time to make the video until Monday. So instead of releasing on Monday like normal, it is coming out on Tuesday. I apologize. Anyway, since it is the first Monday of the month, here are 5 more great mods for 7 Days to Die. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, comment on what your favorite 7 Days mods are, and subscribe to the channel for more weekly modding content. Now let's jump into it. 7 Days has a lot of different hobbies as far as being able to build bases, being able to mod guns, being able to build guns, all that stuff. But they don't really have as much in the world of food. You really only get to have the basic campfire, you add a grill to it so you can cook your recipes, but there's not a ton else you can do. Well, for that case, if you're wanting to do a little more as far as the food goes in this, you have the Farm Life Lite mod. This will add a variety of new crafting stations that can be crafted over at the Age of Oblivion crafting workbench, Oblivion Master workbench. And here you can make brew stations, butcher tables, farm tables, advanced foraging, all that stuff. You can come over here and you can turn pork into bacon, chicken into chicken breasts. You have a variety of ovens available for making your different pies and other oven-baked goodies. You've got a farm table over here where you can actually build stuff to make things like meat grinders, do your variety of seed packs for farming, all that stuff. So you can actually farm in this. You've got a brew station for making your different alcohol drinks and non-alcohol drinks. You've got a couple of different types of grills. All of them handle your basic barbecue and all that stuff. You've got a smoker for if you want some fresh smoked sausages. And that's just all the crafting stations. Oops, I missed the churner. You could also make butter, cream cheese, and all that using dairy churner. But you can actually plant stuff. This mod lets you do the variety of basically all the different food stuff mods and then craft all the different foods you want from it. It's a very expansive mod as far as the amount of crafting stations and it adds a crap load of recipes. So if you're feeling like, you know, maybe the survival life in 7 days isn't the greatest and you're missing something as far as the food quality goes, Farm Life mods got you covered. Yeah, the basic terminology behind that is there was a Farm Life that was before this that was a lot bigger. Farm Life Lite, it's still a big mod at 1 gigabyte, but it adds quite a bit of stuff as far as the food aspect goes, and it should give the people who don't want to just focus on killing zombies a lot they can do in the game. I hope you try it out and enjoy. This mod is the Firearms Expansion 4.5. It adds a ton of modern firearms to this game, so if you actually come down in your creative mode here, you'll have the Bred M9, Bred M92R, HKs, Bred Nanos, P226s, Colt Specials, Glock 40s, Vectors, Tommy guns, Max, Spaz shotguns, Winchester shotguns, KSGs, A12 autos, A2, M4A2s, M16s, ACWRs, SCARs, ACW, ARX, FALs, M240s, SR25s, JNG 90s, the M1 Grand, the M98, minigun, flamethrower, railgun, which I don't know if there's actually a gun out there as far as this goes. Like, this might just be somebody's fever dream. By the way, it's in here. Your M79 grenade launcher and the good old M82 anti-material. It also adds in incendiary grenades, normal grenades, and a couple of different types of 50 caliber BMGs. Now, with that mouthful out of the way, let's go ahead and enjoy killing some zombies with these different guns. It just has a crap load of guns for you to have fun with. As I said, my only complaint about it is, if I'm remembering right, I know this was an issue on the Firearms Expansion Mod 4, is that basically once you reach a certain range, the gun just stops working altogether. So instead of having like a bullet drop or anything like that, they just made an effective range, and after that, your gun doesn't hit. Like you'll notice I'm hitting this perfectly fine here. If I step back to way back here and start shooting at it, you'll notice no blood. It's not registering the hits. So yeah, that was my only complaint about the mod. Outside of that, though, it's a great mod, and it adds a crap load of firearms. Like, these 10 I'm showing you are just a small selection, and if you saw my last one, I love miniguns for Horde Night, and this one's a more souped-up version of that minigun. This is actually like the real-world minigun style, where it's got, I want to say it's probably got like 1,000 rounds to the drum. We're tangenting. I'm sorry, we gotta. I need to confirm how many bullets I can toss with this thing. We got 1,000 rounds of it. Let's see how big this mag is. Realize this is a mag without an expansion on it. So this thing can hold a total of 300 rounds off the start. Let's see if we can't do a drum mag on it. Let me get to mods. Let's go ahead and snag the drum mod. Drum. Where are you? I do dislike the fact that they have this ordering where these guns bleed into the mods. That's kind of annoying. There we go. There's the drum. And with the drum mag, we got a total of 600 rounds. Ooh. And just look at that cycloid rate. You want to talk about a horde slayer? Just look at this thing go to work. Yeah. But yeah, that's the Firearms Expansion mod number 4.5. Try it out. It's a lot of fun. B-Dub's vehicle mod was made for the gearheads out there. This mod adds a variety of different vehicles to the game. I want to say there's around 15 to 20 different vehicles from, I think there's 4 different motorcycles where you have the cruiser, the rat, the junker, and a dirt bike. You have a couple of different vehicles like the Charger, the Stallion, which I swear the Stallion's just a Camaro, and that's the GTA name for it. You got a buggy, you got the Nova Black, you've got a monster truck version of it, Marauder, you've got a couple of military semis here, a Jeep, Shrep, GNX, Jeeps, old pickup trucks, hot rods, BDMs, ice cream trucks, semis, and then over to the side we even have 2 different helicopters and a crop duster. On all these mods all add a ton of functional vehicles to the game. They don't really have, they're very similar to the other game where you don't really have explicit mods created for these yet, but you can combine this with some of the other mods out there to get mods if you wanted to. But all the vehicles work very similar, and some of them are actually a lot faster than your base vehicles. Let me go ahead and build this up real quick. They all capable of going. Some of them go really fast. Have a little bad handling when they do. But yeah, it's B-Dub's vehicles. It adds a ton of vehicles to the game that you got to try out. Downside is most of these are very expensive, and I think there's different recipe books for each vehicle. So actually being able to obtain all the vehicles is going to be a little tricky for you. I did this via the creative mode. Easy enough to do, but in the game, if you go look at my stream, it's one of the mods I've got on there, and it takes a lot to be able to get it. You're generally better off just actually buying the parts to put it together. but I think you still need the crafting SP in the end. But that is B-Dub's vehicle mod. All right, this mod is known as a HUD enhancer. This is Ryle's HUD enhancer specifically. The big things to note is up at the top, you'll see DA5. Over on the left, red number. On the right side of your compass, you have the time in the game. Those are both in different positions, though they do still relay the same information. The more relevant one is if you look down on the bottom left, instead of actually having your level system, your food, your water, all that overlaid as far as on top of that quick bar, all that's now actually overlaid over on the left-hand side. You also have additional things notating your current temperature, your internal temperature, your resistance level. You have your water, your food, your level, all that's down over on the left. The stamina and health is the same. Another thing to note is you now have numbers indicating what your different quick bars do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one actually adds an additional 2 quick bar slots to 7 and 8. So you actually have a total of 10 quick bar slots now. The 2 it adds is 9 and 0. Actually, that is my bad. So you have 10 quick bar slots with it. Over on the right side, you'll notice that you have your PvP, your deaths, and your zombie kills all tracked as well. So this is just a HUD enhancement where it gives you a lot more information, a lot easier on your dashboard, and makes it very clear as far as it goes. The bar for level up, I'm a little different on, but it's not the worst. And I want to say the other one's actually your elevation. I think that's the elevation. Let me, yeah. You'll notice my elevation went up by 1 whenever I jumped up. So that's actually your current elevation on the map, is the person climbing. So you've got the outside temperature, your character's temperature resistance, or your character's temperature, and then you have your elevation there. And it just gives you a lot of information really easily. I'm a big fan of this particular mod. I'm thinking I'm probably going to try to add it to the mod server at some time. I need to confirm that it won't require my server need to be rebuilt, but I don't think it will, in which case it's a lot more convenient way to look at it. And having 2 extra quick slots, I'm never going to mind. Having 10 quick slots on bottom, plus the big thing to note is quick slots on bottom are not the same as your slots in your inventory, because when it's on these bottom quick slots, it's not occupying your inventory slots above. So it actually boosts your inventory slots by 2 as well. But that mod there is A19 HUD Plus by Riles. This next mod is the NSW New Female Alpha 19 by Milton. This mod basically makes it so all females all female player characters in 7 days have no clothing. And you can randomize that however you want. Or even the pre-mades, like these all have similar models as far as that goes. But it is really one of the few nudity mods I've found out there for the game. And it's okay. It's not 100% nude like some of the other mods we had for Fallout, but it does give you the ability to at least play around with some nude models as far as the game goes. And yeah, it seems like Fun Pimps aren't overly fond of the idea of it, so I know the mod developer was saying they had some issues where getting it updated for new versions and trying to keep it working was a little tricky. So snag it, enjoy it while you can. Here's the NSFW player character models for you. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any suggestions on other games or mods that you'd like to see on the channel, please message me on Twitter at CouchCommand, that's CouchCMD, or feel free to hit me up in my Discord, links at the top of the channel page. Don't forget to sneak and use a bow to get that sexy 3x base multiplier whenever you attack that like button. Please tell me in the comments about your favorite 7 days mod, and subscribe to the channel for more weekly modding content. This was CouchCommand. You'll have a good night, a great tomorrow, and an amazing rest of the week. I'll see you next time.